Hi, welcome back. The New Hampshire trackandfield.com website here. We are with two young ladies from Keene trying to give some shout outs and recognition to our seniors who unfortunately didn't get their senior spring track season. So welcome to Claire and Isabelle from Keene High School.
Thank you.
So let's start off with you, Claire. Let's just get right out there and say, there's kind of a two-part question. When we first started these interviews, we were still hoping for some sort of a spring track season, and obviously now here we are in June, and we never got that chance. So let's start with kind of a two-part question. The first part is, when you first heard that we weren't having a track season yet, how did you handle that in hopes that maybe in a few weeks we would have a modified season? So how did you handle this COVID-19 situation and hoping for a spring track season?
Mm-hmm. It definitely was sad to hear about it being pushed back at first because it felt like, how are we going to keep up with training? How am I going to stay in touch with the other people that I'm working out with? But I really just got myself into a set schedule of workouts during the week so that I would stay in shape for if there was a season. So I just, even up to the end when they were saying, yeah, there's basically no chance of you guys having a season, I just was really pushing and working hard, and I still am over the summer to get ready for college track, but just giving myself structure throughout the week of workouts to keep myself busy.
Okay, good. How about you, Isabelle? Was it pretty much the same, or do you just have some different things you were?
Yeah, pretty much the same thing, just keeping it going and staying optimistic for anything that would happen. As I kept saying more things and it kept getting extended, it was easy to get your hopes down. But I think keeping going and staying motivated just, got me through it. And I was just looking forward to college as well. So,
Yeah. Okay, so let's start with you, Isabelle. How about the whole situation with being home with kind of off that track piece, but school wise, not being in the classroom and the remote learning, and how did you handle that, and what types of things did your school do?
it was definitely a big change from being in school, and we only had a week in between when we went home and then when we started online. So it was a really fast transition for both the teachers and us at home. So it was a big learning curve for all of us, but I think we all did a pretty good job adjusting to it. And today was actually our last day. So we're done now. Yeah. It actually went smoother than I thought it would, and I didn't mind it actually. So, yeah.
Great. Okay, how about you, Claire?
Yeah, basically the same for me. It definitely was hard getting used to it at first, but the teachers were very accommodating with all of us and didn't give us like due dates like the next day for work. Like we had a lot of time to turn stuff in. And so it's been pretty good. I'm happy it's over, but it's been pretty good.
Yeah. Well, in terms of being seniors, if anybody, I think, has the best situation of it, it's seniors, because that is somewhat what you guys are going to see in college, right? Some of that independent learning kinds of things. So kind of got you ready a little early. All right, so let's kind of go back on the track part of it. So let's talk about what we have a sprinter here and we have a mid distance. So now I'm going to make you pick, because when you do those two parts, there's lots of different events you can pick. So Claire, what's your favorite event?
Mine's probably the 200 because I feel like I can really get up to speed on that one. With 100s and anything less than that, I feel like I can't really get up to speed, but 200 is probably my favorite.
Okay, how about you, Isabel?
I really like the 1K. I like that it's a long it's mid distance and it's really close to an 800, but the 200 meters more makes it feel like you have a lot more time to make moves and really make up for any mistakes you might have made. And it's just like a fast and fun event, and it's different than the 800. So I enjoy it a lot.
Yeah, I think it's neat how New Hampshire has different events indoors and outdoors. I've always thought that was I ran in high school in New Hampshire, and you don't always see you got the 600 and the 1,000 indoors, but then you've got the 800 and the mile out. So you get some different stuff. Yeah. All right. How about let's look at some workouts. Isabel, what's your favorite workout that you've had in track and field in high school?
I think I like kind of cut down workouts where you start with an 800 and then might do 8, 6, 4, 2, maybe a 100, stuff like that, because the variety makes it a lot more fun if workouts can be fun. Yeah.
Sure they can. Okay, I love those workouts, the ladder workouts. Yeah, those are great workouts. How about you, Claire?
Um, my favorites were probably, I liked when we did hill sprints, even though they're kind of death while you're doing them. I noticed a difference afterwards, and it was nice like being off the track, like going onto the side streets near the high school. So it was just a change of scenery, and it was nice.
Okay, good. All right. How about what's your favorite, Claire? What's your favorite thing about track and field?
I just enjoyed the environment while we were there, like just being on the bus and going to the track meets with all of the different schools there. And I really felt like it was a good environment compared to like other sports I've played, just very welcoming. So, yeah.
Okay. How about you, Isabelle?
Mine's the same. I really like the people, and me and Claire also both play soccer. And so it's a big difference when you go to a meet and you're on the starting line and you can talk to all these different people and laugh and relate. And it's not super like the competition's there, but we're all still friends in the end. So it's really fun to be a part of that.
I think especially in spring track where you have so many different events, there's so many different type of athletes that are all come together. You know, there aren't many other sports where you can bring, you know, you've got throwers and you've got jumpers and you've got sprinters and you've got distance and you've got, you know, it's just so many different types of people together. And we're such a great group, aren't we? Us track people. All right, so let's talk about our motivation. Isabelle, do you have anything in particular, whether it's something that you do for yourself, your teammates do, your coaches maybe? Is there anything in particular that motivates you?
I think just constant, like, you're doing great, stuff like that, just the reassurance, and especially during races when you're running past people and you hear them cheering, and just like the affirmation that you're doing a good job. And sometimes constructive criticism is also super helpful to hear. Hey, it would be better if you did this and tweaked your form. And just being honest and cheering me on just keeps me going.
Okay, good. How about you, Claire?
Yeah, I would say the same for me for both of those, especially constructive criticism for myself helps me a lot, like hearing from other people what I can do to like better what I'm doing on the track. And then also just I love seeing when all the teams are like around the track for like one of the last events at a track meet. I think that's also nice to see. So, yeah.
4x4, right? Long day, that 4x4. Everyone's around. You guys, because of your events, I'm sure you've both been thrown into that before. Okay, so let's think about the future here. So we've got Wheaton College and we've got the University of Vermont. So this time we'll start with Claire. Do we have thoughts of doing? You guys both said soccer. So do we have thoughts of doing soccer, track, both, one, and what are you thinking of majoring in?
So yeah, I did think about playing soccer, but I ended up committing to do track at Wheaton. So I'm really excited about that. The community there is very welcoming, and so I'm really excited for that next year. And then I'm thinking of majoring in political science and business because those are two things that mean a lot to me. So I'd love to research them more in college.
Okay, great. Good. All right, how about you, Isabelle?
Yeah, I'm also hoping to run track at University of Vermont. I've been talking to the coach and stuff, so I'm looking to walk onto the team, but it's looking promising, so that's exciting. And I'm going to major in exercise science, and I want to do physical therapy down the road.
Great. Okay, so let's think about so you both are hoping to run track in college. So you have your senior track season, you're holding on to it, you're hoping it's going to be there, and then halfway through the season they say, yeah, you're not going to get any. So now your mind shifts and you say, okay, we're not getting that spring track season for high school. So now your mind shifts to college. Did you do anything different? We'll start with you, Isabelle. Did you do anything different in terms of your training or your perspective at that point when you knew, okay, high school's over, how can I now look forward in this weird situation and look forward to college?
Yeah, at that point, I actually took off on my training a little bit because the time to train for my next season was so much longer. I had months and months and months. So I took a little bit of time off and kind of tried to reset the clock because I've been training since indoor track for outdoor track. And so I gave myself a little bit of a break and tried to rethink it all. And then, so now I'm starting to train again for it. But, I think it was just more of a reset for me.
I think that's a great idea. It's a perfect time to do it. Sometimes your seasons go right into the other where you don't have that time, but you've got plenty of time now. So yeah, sounds like a great idea. All right. How about you, Claire? Did you do anything
for me, I actually started training a little bit more just because a lot of things were like stressing me out with senior year, all that. So running is a good like de-stressor for me. So I started like picking up on this stuff, but I've slowed down a little bit now and just like have a set schedule. But definitely when we were like getting all the information at once, it was very overwhelming. So
Yeah.
mhm.
Okay, so again, since you both want to go in college, this is the first time I think I've had an interview with both kids want to do track in college. So, what are you hoping for, Claire? What event are you looking for, or has the coach talked to you about where they see you in terms of college?
I would say definitely around like the 200 and 300 and like 100 and any of those relays in there. Just like working on that, working on my speed in the longer like sprints to like keep it up. So a lot of stuff like that.
Okay, so pretty similar to what you were doing in high school then?
Yeah.
Okay, all right. How about you, Isabel? They moving you up? A lot of times college, they move you up.
So I've actually never run cross country because of soccer, but the coach is really pushing me to train for cross country. So it might be a new experience with that and really going longer distances. But then for track, around the same mid distance. But I think it's more about pushing the threshold and seeing how much longer I can do. So we'll see how it goes.
Well, being a cross country coach and mid distance coach for a lot of years, we love soccer kids. So definitely when we get a soccer kid on our team, it's a good thing. So I absolutely agree with that, coach. So I think you'll love it. And it's just to have the speed you have to bring that out to longer distances. You know, I can see that 3,000, 3,200, maybe 5K coming for you. So we're going to be watching you. All right, let's do some fun questions to kind of finish up our interview here and get a little bit off that serious track side. So we'll do a little lightning round here, fun stuff. We'll start with you this time, Isabel. How about your favorite go-to pre-meet meal?
I don't have a pre-meet meal, but I don't know if you know the brand Annie's. They make little fruit snacks. And before every single race, I think I would eat a packet of the Annie's fruit snacks. It was kind of my thing. So
Nice. I love that.
Yep.
That's a great thing. Nice.
Yep.
All right, Claire, how are you going to top that?
I know, I don't think I can, but mine's always Cliff Bars. I always have Cliff Bars in my bag and I eat that before races. So yeah.
Okay, that's good too. Not as fun as the fruit snacks, but okay. All right, we'll start with you this time, Claire. If you could go anywhere in the world, where would you go?
Oh, that's a hard one.
Yeah.
I'd probably go to Ireland. I have a lot of family there and I think it's beautiful, so I would want to go there.
Good choice. I would too. I like that. All right, Isabel?
I've always wanted to go to Italy or Greece.
Those are good choices too. Okay. How about a favorite pre-race song? Isabel?
I don't think I have one.
No?
No, I didn't really listen to music before races.
Okay. All right. That's okay. Claire?
I don't know if I have one either.
No?
Honestly, I have people like play playlists on the bus and stuff, and I just listen to that.
That's okay. We've gotten some interesting answers to this question. So we'll start with you, Claire. You're on the hot seat first. What would you do if you could not fail?
If I could not fail,
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. That would be very difficult to
Mm.
not be able to fail ever. I'm not really sure.
Let's see if Isabel has a good answer, and then maybe she'll give you a. Go ahead.
I don't know if I have one either. Yeah.
It's hard, right?
Mhm.
All right, I'll let you guys off the hook. How about what's the best bit of advice that you could give? Let's change this question a little bit. All your teammates are going to be watching this because their senior leaders are now graduating and they're moving on. So now these juniors are going to be those senior leaders and those underclassmen who have been watching you and didn't get that final season with you. So Isabel, what is some advice that you want to give to those underclassmen and those rising seniors for whatever, for track and field, for high school, and what's some advice you want to give them?
I think something super important is to remember that it's about having fun first. And a lot of the times it can be easy to get caught up in the competition and the pressure and, oh, I want to do really well, of course, but it's important to also have fun with it and enjoy it. And so, yeah, just soak it in and make sure you have fun.
Love that. Good advice. Okay, Claire.
Mine would be kind of the same. Just be like, thankful for all you have in high school and all the time you have there with the people you're with. And just like, especially for us with our season being canceled so quickly, it's kind of, I still haven't like realized that we're not going to have one. So just for them to realize like we're so lucky we're able to have a season and to compete and all of that stuff and just be thankful for that.
I think one of the hardest things, again, being a coach and having those kids is like, you didn't get your goodbye. It's kind of your spring is supposed to be about that letting go and that your final meet, your final practice, all your finals. And you guys are not getting that, which is hard. So you definitely have to find a way to get that. It might be different. It might be not what you were going to have, but you need that kind of closure so you can move on, Absolutely. Okay, so let's do one final question. And Claire, we'll start with you this time. How about some shout outs? You want to give any shout outs to any teammates, any coaches, any family? What are your final shout outs you want to do?
Sure. Mine would probably be for our coach, Mr. Derry. He just always pushes us to do our best and is so supportive of everything we do with track and in school. So I'm just really thankful for having him as a coach because he's pushed me really hard to be the best I can be.
Great. Isabelle, how about you?
Yeah, I couldn't agree more with that one. And also a special shout out to my distance girls. We definitely had a family up in the distance. So big shout out to them. Yep.
Great. Well, I want to thank you girls so much, and our hearts are broken across the state of New Hampshire, across the country for what you guys have lost, and spring track is a special sport, and we know that. We've been involved in it for a long time. So this is our little way to say thank you for being part of New Hampshire track and field, and we are watching you. We are here for you regardless, and we will always be here for you. So make sure that you come back to us, after a few months of being at college and fill us in on what it's like to be a freshman, because you guys are now freshmen again. And we love to hear your stories and the transition to college, and we'll be watching you. So you keep in touch with us as well. And thank you guys so much for being here. Wonderful girls, wonderful athletes, and the best of luck to you guys in your future.
Thank you.